Yo, what do, Tanner? My name is Joe Sudapali, and this is my official pitch video to become your email marketer for Agape Energy. So I reached out to you a while ago, and it didn't land. I built you that welcome flow, so I thought, you know what? Let's double down. Let's go even harder. So I built you a welcome flow. I built you a site abandon flow. I built you a browse abandon flow. I built you a cart/checkout abandon flow. I built you a post purchase flow. I also built you a pop up form, and I gave you a full Gamma doc for the whole email strategy and this Loom video breaking everything down. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first things first, this is a quick little checklist on everything that we found as we were going through the website, just small stuff. On your hero button, it said pre-order, let us know, but then on the product page, it said it was fully available. So this small stuff like this, going through everything, just give you some value. And then, yeah, let's go to the actual ENR audit, the email and retention audit. So the first, let's talk about acquisition. I saw that you guys are running organic content, which is doing amazing, by the way. And then also running some TikTok ads. I believe it was 19. And then going through to the website and then the pop-up form. So everything after this is what we built for you and the whole strategy behind. And I'll go over all of that into the video. And also you have a full, and then also I'll be sending you this entire mirror board so you can look through, see what I did. And then, yeah, another thing is a gentle exit right here. So I'm sure like when you get a normal pop-up form, it's almost muscle memory to just click the X with your right thumb, without even seeing it. So we want to make sure people just aren't going out based on muscle memory and actually see, hey, they got the best, and actually see, hey, they got a mystery discount. And then is the email opt-in, kept it super simple, and I made it one step at a time. So as you can see here, instead of asking for name, email, everything at once, which is super overwhelming and making bounce, we go step by step, and then the SMS opt-in. This is where they activate the discount, so you start building the SMS list. I don't think you have anything running on the SMS side yet, so it's smart to be collecting numbers. So when you do start, it's plug and play, and the SMS just sends a quick reply Y to get their discount code. And if they didn't choose the SMS, letting them know that their welcome discount is in their inbox. And this is going to really boost deliverability because when I first got the email, it landed in my spam, right? But think of email as like a credit score, right? They're based on certain inbox providers. Stuff like when people click on your emails and they open it through the promotions in their spam. Originally, it would go to the primary, and you're just improving that credit. You're just improving that credit score over and over. So letting them know the discount code is just in their inbox. And next, we have the email flows. So let's start off with the welcome flow. So this is the full welcome flow that I built you, and I'll go into every single one. 6 emails. It'll start off right when they opt into the pop-up form. So right here, we have the CTA at the top because unfortunately, we do live in an attention economy and nobody wants to scroll all the way down. And right away, let them know that they have their 15% mystery discount. And then a stats bar, so over 23,000 cans, sold over 50 states, over 17 plus countries, and an average of 4.8 stars. And then having each individual can with a shop now button and explaining what the buy low verse on the back is. And if they like all of them and they can decide, we send them to the variety pack with an individual shop now button. And then finally, just another reminder that they have their 15% off discount because they don't want to scroll all the way up. And then a flirt. And the reason I didn't add the white ass snow can because I wasn't sure what like the whole process was behind that. So I wanted to wait before I did anything. And then now we have the welcome flow email too. So this is your founder and brand story. And notice across a lot of the videos, you said your biggest fear was misrepresenting Christ. So I opened with that. And the cool part is I saw that you had earlier 10 designs before the final one. I was going through your videos. So I had a quick little roadmap timeline to show the full process. And then right here is a founder letter that I got from the Instagram story highlights that you had on the account, explaining why you started this whole thing. And then finally reminding them of their claim 15% offer. Next, we have the welcome flow email 3. So this will be sent after 2 days. And basically, the main mission is to spread the word of God, but also people need to know what they're actually putting in their body, which you guys have perfectly. So clean, natural caffeine, the naturally sweetened honey, and letting them know that there's no crashing or jitters because of the B vitamins on the CTA right here. And then the cool part, there's a scripture on every can. It's made to be shared and then scanned for the full story. I saw that reel that someone else made, and then him changing his entire perspective because of the scan for the full story, which was super cool, and then leading people to join the mission. And then here's some customer reviews, testimonials based on each can, and then a variety pack shop right there, and then letting them know that the 15% is still automatically applied at checkout. And another one, so this is going to be an urgency-based email, so letting them know that their 50% is almost out. Just click CTA, click here to claim, then a timer shows the urgency. and letting them know that it ends at midnight. And then the next email for email flow 5 is the founder letter. So this is when you extend that 15% discount for one more day. This is all just in your toning and everything. Obviously, we'll go ahead and change based on whatever tone you want and leading more people into the community. And then finally, for Welcome Flow email 6, this is a super cool thing that people are doing right now. It's the store credit email. So saying they put a specific number, not like $10 or $5, but like $8.42 here. It's just really cool. Increase the click rates, and then yeah, you just add the $8.42 to their account. So now we have the site abandoned email flow. So the site abandoned is when they go to the website and they don't click anything, they just see it and they opt into the email list. So we split it based on if they purchased before or not. So if they didn't purchase, we still show them that they're welcome 15 discount. And if they did purchase, we wouldn't. So right here, we're just leading people to shop for the variety pack because again, it has all the flavors, and then literally it's the same thing. This one box, every story showing them all the cans, and then if they're not interested in the cans and they want to see and they want to wear some of the Agape merch that you wear on your Instagram and TikTok, they can shop right there. And then here we have just the full Agape experience. It's basically the same, and then right here we'll change it to a welcome 15 discount. And then finally, if they purchase, another email too. This can go either way, so purchased or not purchased. So we'll just remove the welcome 15 depending on that. And then it'll just let them know, hey, a little bit more about your story, a little bit more about the mission, a little bit more about the energy drinks and whatnot. So now we have the browse abandoned flow. So the browse abandoned flow essentially is when they click on a product, but they don't add it to cart and they don't just open the site. And we also split this based on if they purchased or haven't purchased before. And the same concept, when it's a not purchase, we just let them know that their welcome discounts is still all good. So sorry for email 1 for the not purchase section. So what most people do is they have one base email, then put a Klaviyo dynamic block. But I wanted to really, really go all out. So I went ahead and made each individual design depending on what they looked at. So right here, I'll start off with like the preach and preach one, right? So we have a testimonial so we have a testimonial right here, and then going into the other energy drink flavors that they have, just in case they didn't like the preach and preach one. And then this one I added Why That's No because it would make more sense for it to either be pre-order or shop now. And if they like all of them, they can definitely get the variety pack. And same thing all throughout this, also letting them know they still have their welcome 15 discount. Then we go into email 2, which is going to be a text-based founder letter. And the next email 2 is going to be another text-based. By the way, I forgot if I mentioned this, but text-based do amazing. So they have a really, really high click-through rate, and people actually see that it's coming from like a friend. So it'd be from, for example, here it'd be Tanner from Agape Energy, which you guys are already new, which is awesome. Another one is letting them know that what they browse is still there, and it's pushing them to take another look. So now we have email 3. Same concept as email 1. It would send them each individual kind of can theme. And then right here, introducing the welcome 15, and then also telling them to shop and save 15%, and then also showing a lot of testimonials depending on what product they browsed. And then finally, another email for a last call for the welcome 15 discount if they open the site. So, and then now we had if they purchase, instead of just having the welcome 15 discount, you would just say something to catch your eye, and it's basically the same exact thing, except without the welcome 15 discount. And one more thing to add is that we don't introduce any type of discount for email 1 and email 2. We only introduce a discount for email 3 and then going into email 4. And then next we have the cart/checkout abandoned. So another thing that most people get wrong is that they think the checkout and the cart is the same thing, but it's actually not. So you start off default with the checkout abandoned on Klaviyo, but you have to manually add an abandoned cart flow. So we split this also based on purchased and not purchased. So the not purchased, again, same thing. We just showed the welcome 15 discount. I thought these designs came out really, really awesome. So just your order is ready to ship as the header, which is an amazing header that's been working really, really well. Just a small little story right here, and then getting them finished their order, and then showing them the actual ingredients and about the can. And then again, you can never go wrong with testimonials and social proof. So same thing with all of this. And then another email too, another text based, letting them know that their welcome 15 is still active, and then pushing them to make that final purchase. And then email 3, so this is where we would have the Klaviyo dynamic block depending on what product they chose. So letting them know that they have 15% off. So now I have email 3, just showing them the Klaviyo dynamic block because we want to spend a lot of our time right here on that first day because that's what most people buy. So yeah, we want to go into here. So basically the rest of the email is just some stats, some really, really awesome stats. Then we have email 4, another text-based one, is last chance on your local 15% off. A lot of these ones for the not purchase is going to be relatively the same in terms of that last email. Again, it's just for urgency. And now we have if they purchased already and they have something left in their cart. So same thing, you order for your shit, except we don't show that welcome 15 discount, going through everything, same thing. And then again, same thing here, and same thing here. And then finally, we have the post-purchase flow. So if the once they make the purchase, we send this email one immediately. So just like very personalized thank you. And then 2 days before the order arrives, 2 or 3 days before the order arrives, we send them just a way to enjoy Agape Energy, right? So chilling it, putting it in the fridge. So I'm assuming it tastes much better cold. Getting people to film their reactions. So I know you guys on your story have people that send pictures of them and tag Agape Energy, and you guys repost those. But having filming would be super, super cool as well. The main point of the whole drink is to share it and spread the word of God. And then finally, the super cool thing is the app. So being able to scan this or leading people to the app would be awesome. And then again, that second purchase, send the email one immediately. And then for the rest of these emails, there would be upsells for the subscribe and save offer. But I really wanted to talk to you about that before I did anything because I have some really cool ideas, really cool offer ideas, and essentially a strategy for the subscribe and save offer to really make Agape Energy just a community of believers that want to spread the word of God, man. And yeah, that's basically it for the Miro Board breakdown of the full flows, all the emails and everything. And then on the Gamma Doc, I have reasonings behind everything. And then the one thing I ask is just a reply. It could literally be no. It could, you tell me to go away. You tell me whatever you want. All I'm asking first is a reply. I spend so much time doing this. And even if you don't continue with me, I'd love to just give this to you so you have some ideas. You can implement it verbatim. And yeah, but I really just want to help out. So peace out, man. Bye.